After arriving back to hometown, Tal becomes conflicted with himself.
What the hell am I supposed to do now? I've already done so much, and I've already screwed up so much. What else could I have?
Tal is shocked by the look of this small town. It appears to be in a form of stasis. The citizens are not moving, there are no sounds, and the dark fountain that Chris created, it's just still.
What?
Back in the distant city, Susie, Ralsei, and Noelle venture off with the help of the map to see any clues or any leads that could help them in the situation that they're in. I can't believe it. All this happening, and we're just stranded here. That fucker left us here. What a coward. Susie, he probably didn't know much. He might be equally as scared, or maybe equally as nervous as us, but we shouldn't just be this upfront about it. And why the hell not? You saw what happened. Chris and Susie, I know you're scared, but we have to do something. We can't just stay here, just be angry about one person. All of a sudden, a red glow is seen throughout the distance. What? What the? Looking back at the map, Susie pinpoints where that glow is. Here. The Citadel. That might be where the glow is. Let's go check it out. Not wasting any more time, the three venture off towards the center of the city and arrive at the Citadel, which is beaming with this red light. As they enter the Citadel and explore for a bit, they eventually find a sort of room that represents a church, and at the end lies a glass coffin with Chris's body inside. Chris! As they quickly approach the glass coffin, they feel a strange sense within them, as this red light feels strange and potentially dangerous. But this does not stop Susie, as she quickly but slowly approached the glass coffin and opened the lid. Susie sees Chris's body on the glass coffin. Chris. Suddenly, Chris swings a sword that was kept in the casket, barely grazing Susie in the face. Susie! Susie falls back, and she sees Chris get up, slowly and creepily, with this strange sword, decorative but effective. Chris. Hey, it's us! What are you? Chris attempts to swing once more, but Susie is now fully prepared. What is happening to them? Chris! It's us! But Chris gives a stare. A blank stare. Like he's truly not in control. Then they realize. Around Chris are strings. Red, vibrant strings. They look up to where the strings are, and they see something they cannot fathom. A strange amalgamation with laughter, cries, and screaming, and even a few whispers, as if multiple beings controlling one, controlling Chris. These three heroes watch as their friend is tangled up in strings, being forced to do whatever this monstrosity is thinking of doing. Well, does anybody have any bright ideas? Suddenly, a sharp piece of glass flies in the air and snaps a string, which causes the amalgamation to scream out in terror and pain. Aim for the strings! The puppeteer can't control the marionette without him. So, one by one, Susie, Ralsei, Noelle, and even Tao all aim for the red strings that are attached to Chris, while trying to defend themselves from Chris's attack. Although this task was not easy, as Susie and Ralsei took more damage than intended, and Noelle just doesn't know what's really happening right now. But after a few moments, after so much progress, only one red string remained. Give me back my friend! Susie jumps over Chris, and she cuts the last red string as she stumbles and fumbles behind Chris. Then everything goes silent. Chris falls on the floor, and the amalgamation disappears as it looked like it just disintegrated. Chris! The three of them run up to Chris as they gently pick them up and try to make them stand. Chris, are you okay? Come on, speak to me. Chris just looks up at all of their friends and just gives a little thumbs up. They're finally free from those strings, those chains. Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants. I want to know how you knew about those red strings. And what the hell was that thing? For some reason, those strings looked strange. Look, Susie, the amalgamation emerges from the ground, cracking it in half, almost destroying the citadel. I thought we finished that thing. Well, I guess we're not done yet. Everyone, including Chris, gets prepared to fight this monstrosity once more. That is, until the amalgamation uses its strings to forcefully steal Chris's ornamental sword. And in a few seconds, the strings lead up and stab Ralsei in the chest. Ralsei! No! Ralsei falls on the floor as Susie quickly tries to catch him. I got you. I really tried to serve you, to help you. Come on, Ralsei. Don't say that. We can save you. We can. It's okay. I've done my purpose. Thank you, Chris, Susie. Ralsei becomes unresponsive. In a furious rage, Susie tries to attack the abomination by herself. Susie, stop! While landing a few good hits on the amalgamation, the effort becomes futile as it uses its strings to stab Susie multiple times before stabbing her straight in her soul. God damn it! Chris, Noelle, I'm sorry. apart everything. Susie falls on the ground and she dusts away. No. Susie? No. And out of nowhere, Noelle gets stabbed by the strings, which miss the red soul but attacks hers. Chris, don't leave me. Noelle dusts away as she leaves the red soul that she had in her body, and Chris just falls to their knees, breathless and without any words. And Tal, witnessing the deaths, is just shell-shocked and surprised that Tal slowly walks up to the red soul and holds it in his hand.
I really shouldn't have kickstarted all of this. I guess that was my fault to begin with. Chris, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to go back to the save file and change this, fix this. You might not remember me, but I'll remember this. If you ever see your friends, please tell them I said I'm sorry and that I wish them well. See you soon.
Tal holds up the red soul in front of the abomination, and as if it was your very soul, it started glowing.